which is like I can run that, bro. To be honest, if I just
You can run 51, 52 right now.
not right now, but yes, at this age trained, yes, I can run 51, 52. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
sure.
pretty sure, but I'm saying right now, like in that
Right now,
moment.
no, I haven't been. I haven't ran. I haven't been running. No, at this very moment, no. But if you gave me like 8 weeks of solid running, like when I was training for the marathon, I think I probably could have ran that like 52 for sure. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
maybe. I guess you're running. You weren't really doing any. I guess so. I don't know. How many
I wasn't
weeks?
running a ton. I was running like tops 40 miles a week, but I was doing a little bit of track workouts. They weren't fast, but
How many weeks
strength.
would you need to train to run two flat and 800 right now?
Dang, they was like asking me when at brand conference. They're like, Aaron, could you pace Adele? You think you could beat Adele right now? I was like, nah, bro. But eight,
8?
8 to 10, I would say solid weeks. I mean, right now I'm coming off of like low levels of fitness, but like 8 weeks. I think I would have, yeah, when I was training for a marathon, I mean, it would have been close. I probably would have ran under 205 for sure.
You probably would have. You probably would have. I told Caleb 8 to 10 is probably right because you ran 154, 151. So like, well, that was a long time ago too. Honestly, sorry, bro. That was a long time ago.
I mean,
Okay,
that wasn't that long ago. The latest I
that was like
ran,
6 years ago.
the latest I ran, I guess 2019,
Six,
2019,
5 years,
20.
almost 6 years, bro. It's all good, man. It's all good. No, but I had that because Caleb was asking me. I was telling Caleb like in 3 weeks, if you gave me 3 weeks right now, I would be able to run like 203.
But it's not like you act like I just stopped running completely, bro. Like I didn't like just like stop become a couch potato and became a narp. Like what you mean?
Bro, it's still hard to run though. It's still 800's hard. 800. I think for me though, if you gave me 3 weeks, like I would be able to run like 203 for sure. Like 203. It would probably if you gave me like yeah, probably 8 weeks. I think I could bust out a two flies like consistent, like running hard. I probably run. But that's hard for me. Like that's hard for me because I never been that far down. So, but like I would have to get past the barrier. But just running like 203, 201, 203, 201 is really not that hard. Like I can just get out hard and to die. Like and I'll run that.
I mean, what I realized from like training, like the training I did do for the LA Marathon, it wasn't crazy serious, but I'm not that out of shape. From Grand Prix, I'm not that out of shape. I'm not in shape, but I'm not like my body weight is around the same. Like I'm decently strong. I just don't have the cardio, but you could get that back. You just gotta. It's just about staying. Once you get older, it's just about how long can you run until you get hurt.
I'm just
Okay.
curious, like when is the drop off gonna happen? Like when is my metabolism gonna stop? Or is it ever gonna stop? Like, is there just gonna be a point I'm gonna hit and just be like, dang, bro, like, why am I getting all this fat around here? Like that hasn't really,
I,
you know what I
I
mean?
mean that hasn't happened to me, but I do feel like if when I lift, but this is probably a case of not running as much. I can tell I can get bigger faster than I
Yeah.
could in the past, but that's because I'm not
You
running
don't run as much. You're
70s.
not running as much volume.
Exactly. So like maybe that's why, but I think maybe it's metabolism too. But I think for me, once my metabolism hits, I'm just gonna start looking buff. Like I'm just gonna start filling out. So I mean, when you blessed like this, hey,
That's what you're saying now, bro. That's what you're saying now. And then in 10 years, this man gonna have a little gut in the mix zone.
nah, that's not gonna never. That will everyone listen to this podcast. I will be in the mix zone 10 years. That will never be me, bro. I'm gonna be in shape my whole life. Trust.
All right, let's go. I'm Joshua Potts, Mr. Possible, always with the brother with the same mother, Aaron Potts, Super Hot Potts, and you're watching and listening to your favorite two black runners every single
Two black, stay. Ooh. Yes, sir. We back. It's another Tuesday. We
good,
up
bro.
early this morning getting it in. Had a little cough right there. But happy to be back with y'all. Hope everyone is blessed. We appreciate y'all tuning in on another Two Black Tuesday with the boys. We got some stuff to go into today. Am I right?
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be an interesting day. A lot of topics to go through. But yeah, I definitely appreciate y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed your Mother's Day and everything. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about, just like in running, just in general, and just the culture of what it is. If you guys haven't already, like, go to the YouTube channel on Two Black Runners on the YouTube channel. Check out all the podcasts that are being uploaded there, as well as being on as well as being on audio as well. So if you're just listening on audio, and check it out on YouTube, you can see our faces, you can see our expressions, how we actually like look when we're doing this. And I think that'll just be an interesting platform as that goes forward on the Two Black Runners YouTube. But as we get into Aaron, we're going to get to the LA Grand Prix. We're going to talk about Doha Diamond League a little bit and just a lot of things that's happening in the running news. But before we get there, bro, I want to go into this. You know, sometimes we talk about our lives and stuff on this podcast. I'm taking swimming lessons right now. And
Okay.
it's very,
shout out.
hey, shout out, man. We try to better ourselves in 2024. You feel me? Try to better ourselves in 2024. But it's very interesting, bro. Go in, take swim lessons. Interesting interaction, I'm having. I just had my third one yesterday, my third swim lesson yesterday. It's twice a week till the end of June. So I have like 6 more sessions, I think. But we're getting there, bro. We're low-key swimming. I walk in there first day. You feel me? Walk through the gate. I come in like kind of late. I thought I was somewhere else, a different place, but I come in kind of late. I'm like, all right, who's gonna be here? And I walk in, and you already know the stereotype, black people can't swim. I have 2 other people in my adult swim lessons class. They two older black people, and then our instructor is black as well. I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. We
Nah,
we defeated stereotypes in
that's beautiful.
2024.
Shout out to those 2 other black people older than you too. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, think about that. They're older than you, and they're like, you know what? I need to come in and learn swim. They just learn how to swim. We used to make fun of Joshua all the time for not
What?
being able to swim. So like,
What?
it's pretty crazy. I'm proud of you, bro. Because like, I used to be like, bro, how are you gonna save your children? But now I'm proud of him, man. He's taking up. He's being a man now. But
What? Whoa. I feel like those were
no.
backhanded compliments.
no. But I'm kidding, bro. But shout out to that trainer, the black trainer. Being out there. I'm sure, like, if it was a white dude walking in, and what if a white dude was like, well, typical day. Got
No,
these
that's
black people
crazy.
coming in today. So shout out to him, like going out there and being like, yo, not just a swimmer, I'm a trainer, bro. Like, it is pretty wild though. A lot of black people don't be knowing how to swim. I ain't even gonna cap. Like,
No,
I know how to swim though. Okay, don't get it twisted.
you were just talking about you said you didn't know how to swim, you know how to survive.
I was playing, bro. I mean, I don't know how to swim. I'm not a great swimmer. That's all I'll say. I'm not a great swimmer, you know. But what I was saying is, when I was like injured, back when I was on the Aggies, I had to, swim to train, and like one of the guys who was injured with me, he was showing me like how to like properly like swim and breathe right and put my hands, and I was like, bruh, I've been I've been struggling getting halfway down the pool. So it was just really fun, like, doing a new skill and like pushing myself in that way. And I still want to get more, I still would love to get more into swimming. Because if I got good enough, don't be surprised if y'all see me in a try if I start swimming. Like,
No,
I
yeah,
would
but
do.
there's really not a lot of black people that swim. And, there's a study that was done in England in 2021. It said 95% of black adults and 80% of black children don't swim. That was back in 2021. In England, that's not America, but just think about the populace of England, or whatever. Like 95% of black adults not swimming, 80% of black children not swimming. There's another stat, I don't know where this comes from, but it was saying that black children are three times more likely to drown than white children. Like, that's such a glaring stat to be had. So that's why I kind of want to bring it up, that these stats like still exist, and um there's still a big impact on our community today of just not being able to swim and the fear that comes with it. And there is a fear that comes with like swimming and be able to like commit and trying to get over it. And so like I'm hoping that by the end of June, like I'm able to know how to swim, have this new skill under my belt, this new tool that I can pull out. Because it definitely when I'm doing it and I'm learning it, at times we use the kickboard or even though we're kind of swimming. I'm swimming in the shallow. I'm not even gonna cap. I'm swimming in the shallow. But like it's low key tiring, bro. Like
Oh,
this
it's a
this
good
definitely
exercise.
could be like if
Yeah,
I learn how to well once I learn how to swim, like if I'm able to get to a pool, like that's the access part of it to be able to
yeah.
get to a pool. Like I'll definitely like instead of sometimes not going on a run, like I wouldn't mind like getting into pool. I see why it was so fun on those days during cross country in high school when we had pool days. Like that is a good workout to have.
So you're having fun. Is there any fear? And do you feel like is there any fear one, and do you already feel like a mental and spiritual level of like growth by setting out on this new journey?
No, yeah. Most I definitely feel a growth just like mentally and spiritually for sure of just like it's so humbling to go to swim lessons, bro, as an adult. Like that's one of the most humbling decisions that you can make. But then once you get there, it's way less intimidating than it actually is. It's not like there's 50 kids on the other side of the pool that's just looking and laughing at you. Like everyone's encouraging and like even first time we went there, like a lot of the people, the adults that I went with, they weren't like super scared or anything. And the lifeguards were saying, like, yeah, some adults, like, they're just like deathly scared of the water and don't even want to like get in or like do anything. But like, I still have like a bit of a fear because it's just, I wouldn't even say it's a fear at this point. It's just
Anxiety.
uncomfortable for me. Like, floating and stuff is so uncomfortable. But after doing it 3 times, like, I'm getting much more comfortable, like, simply floating. So, like, that's the thing that I have to like get over. It's just like, letting go and relaxing in the water. And I think it's a good practice for that's why I want to do it now because like I'm not doing too much right now. We're doing running report, whatever. We're looking for other jobs and just the track season hasn't really started yet. So like there's time in this month period. I'm all like, let me learn a new skill. Like let me humble myself, like constantly do it every single day. And that just gives you a better perspective in life if you're willing to like humble yourself in anything that you do, honestly. Like if you can go into your workplace and like truly humble yourself, do something that you know you're not good at, then try to get better and learn from someone else, like you're gonna gain a lot of wisdom over time. So like that's why I was like, yeah, let me learn swimming.
That's good, man. Very, very healing too. Like it's when you're saying that deathly scared, that's sad because
Yeah.
that has to come from like trauma. Like you're like 35 years old, you get into the shallow and you going crazy. Something traumatic happened to you. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you're stepping into that water is you're on a healing journey at that point. So kudos to you. Big ups for the boys, Joshua Potts for today. Good job, man. I'm
Now we
proud of you.
breaking through. We breaking through. Just
That's
want to share
good. That's
that.
good stuff.
Wanted to share that with y'all. I think that was a nice little life update. And someone else that's breaking through in the running game, bro, Kenny Benderek. Kenny Benderek, bro, at Doha Diamond League. Doha Diamond League was good. It was actually a really good Diamond League meet. The first two Diamond Leagues were kind of duds. I'm not even gonna cap. They're kind of duds. There were not as many people, not that excitement, especially the second one. Not too much was going on. Kenny Benderek, though, and the other events that happened there. Mary Moore had a very good performance in the 800. There were a lot of good performances at the Doha Diamond League. But Kenny Benderek, we got to talk about it. 1967 in the 200, 14th fastest all time in the 200. There's only two current Americans faster than him right now. Noah Lyles at 1931, Ariane Knighton at 1949. I think only two other people have ran faster than him as well with Andre DeGrasse and Letsilie Tebogo. So like, but this 1967 all the way in May for Kenny Benderek beating out Courtney Lindsay, Kyrie King, and a loaded field by a wide margin as well. Kenny, Kung Fu Kenny, is looking dangerous running 1967 in the 200 early, early in the season. Aaron, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your reaction. But ultimately, I want to ask the question just like, because Noah Lyles right now, he's on top of the mountain. He is the 3-time 100 4x1. and 200-meter champ from the last World Championships. He's number third fastest ever in the event. Does Kenny have the best chance to take down Noah Lyles, take down the giant this year at the Olympics?
Honestly, I like Kenny, Kung Fu Kenny, love him. But I don't know. I'm impressed. It's just so early in the season. You know, 1967. It is fast. He's the veteran. He's the veteran out of the group. Like he's older than Ariane Knighting. He's older than Tobago. You know, so it seems like on the American side, you know, and I think he has. I would love to see the head-to-head matchup because I feel like he has beat Noah before. I know he's beat Fred before. He's beat. I feel like he's beaten all these guys at some point in his career, but I still don't think that. I still don't see him beating Noah. Like it's too early for me to say that he is gonna beat Noah. And the fact that we're having this conversation about who is most likely to beat Noah just shows where he's at right now. Um, I still like Tebogo. I think that he is looking like, you know, the one that is like coming out, the dark horse or having a coming out party this year with just the times he's been running. Like he ran a 43 split at World Relays. He ran a 44.29 open, 30.69 in the 300. So he's showing how much strength he has, and he's willing to go up and do the work that's needed to be strong enough to beat someone like Noah, who is like physically, you know, stronger than him. So I still think Letsilie Tebogo has the best chance in my opinion. I like how you have Andre DeGrasse on here just because like we know
Olympic
Andre.
champ.
We know Andre. He's an Olympic champion. He's a world champion, two-time Olympic silver medalist. They beat us in the 4x1 a couple years ago. Like he shows up, bro. He's the vet. He's the vet too. He's the real vet. He was racing against the greats like Bolt and stuff.
Yeah.
So you never know, Mr. Clutch, what he's gonna do. But I still think Noah is the favorite. I would love to see what Fred is gonna do. Arion Knighting looks good too. He, I don't think he's opened up at the 2 yet. Has he?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't.
Yeah, it's just these young dudes, Tebogo and Knighting, like they're really like dark horses. Like I don't know what to expect. Like they could just pop out and be running something crazy that we don't expect. They have like a really high ceiling. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be It's just gonna be interesting. It's still super early in the season, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, but what you brought up, so he has beat Noah once. He's 1-9 against Noah Lyles head to head. That one though came on arguably the biggest stage of both their careers at the Tokyo Olympics. Noah placed third, Kenny placed second, and Andre DeGrasse won it. So like Kenny's always in the conversation. He's the
Yes,
bridesmaid, but never the bride.
he doesn't always get the respect that is deserved. He doesn't always get the respect. So I'm sorry if I'm disrespecting you right now.
But
But
he's ran fast this year. He
yeah,
ran I believe 991 at the Kip Kano and the 100, but that was wind aided. I think it was 2.2. So barely over the legal win limit. Like he could, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know too. I would still say Tebogo has the best chance. It's going to be interesting to see. I believe Ariane and Tebogo are racing at the Prefontaine Classic in the 200. It's gonna be interesting to see like how they match up and what performance they do. Like once I saw Tebogo ran that 36.9 and that 30.69 in the 300, that world best, I was all like, wait, I think is he better than Noah Lyles? Is he stronger than Noah Lyles? Because Noah Lyles ran that, he ran that 44 split. I'm on, this dude's running 30.69 and he has a 44.29 400. Like Noah, like that's cool what you're running for the 4x4, but like Letsilie, like this is, I don't know, like this is fast too. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, and it's really telling that he showed that strength this year. That he knew, okay, I need to go up and I need to handle my business up here. You know, so We'll see what he runs in the 100, see where his speed is at. We know his strength is there. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Especially, I'm just also excited for a couple years Tebogo and Knighting, like as they just continue to get older. Because we remember like in Tokyo, Noah. How old is Noah? I think he's 20. He
27?
pro- he's 27, so he was 23 during that time. Andre DeGrasse is 29. He was 20. He was
Or 24?
25.
He's 24.
He was 24. So
Yeah,
it's like,
3 years ago.
yeah. And then you got Knighting, who's 20. You got Tebogo, who's 20 years old. So it it's just gonna be interesting that to see them develop. I feel like those guys like Noah and Bednarek are more so entering like once you turn like 25, 26, like your body is different from when you were 20 years old. Like you're still kind of like you're not even in your full grown man body yet. So yeah, we'll see what happens this year after they had just a strong year last year of just growing and getting better, and they're gonna come at these veterans heads, bro. So we gonna see.
No, but let's talk about it though, because the LA Grand Prix, we're gonna see Tebogo and Bednarek, Letsilie Tebogo and Kenny Bednarek. They're gonna go head to head matchup in the men's 100 this Saturday at the LA Grand Prix. Honestly, this field is stacked. I don't know, like this is low key the start. This no, there was already USATF meet that started off the year, but this is like the real start of the USATF like season. Everyone is gonna be at this meet and this men's 100 highlighted. We got Letsilie Tebogo, Kenny Bednarek, and Akeem Blake are going to be competing at the LA Grand Prix. This is going to be on NBC. It's going to be on Peacock. I believe it starts at 12 p.m. Pacific time this Saturday. Going to be a super exciting race to see what these 200 guys run as they drop down to the 100 meters. Aaron, let's just go through some of these events at LA Grand Prix. We don't got to go into super far depth of all of them, but men's 100, Tebogo versus Bednarek. What are you thinking, bro?
I love it. I want to see, are we gonna see like a 9.98 from Tebogo? I think we're gonna be sub 10, right? Like
Yeah.
I want to see what is he gonna run after doing all those 400s, 300s. I want to see what he's gonna bring. Bednarek, like you said, just coming off a great 200 with 19.69. So the 100 isn't really, that's very much his off of it. Tebogo, he ran great in the 100 um, last year in the finals, but I would love to see what Kenny is at, where his speed is at. I think that will be very telling to how he aligns up with Noah. Like if he comes out, he wins this race, he runs 9.87 or something like that. It's like, oh, okay, he's ready. But I think another one, Akeem Blake, will be great to see what he does. Like he's like one of the new hope for Jamaica right
Yeah.
now. 22 years old, is a world bronze medalist, I believe. That was just last season, right?
Hmm.
He got third last year. Um, so I would love to see how he matches up against these guys. It'd be very telling. But that's going to be an exciting race. I think Tebogo is going to steal the show. I think he's a showman. I think it's going to be a big coming out party for him. So that'd
Oh
be a
yeah,
good
I
one.
expect to. I expect Tebogo to win that. But Kenny Bednarek is running. He's hot right now. He's hot right now. Tebogo. I believe Kenny is in the 200 at Prefontaine next week, as the week after that as well. This next race though, women's 200, really interesting to me because we got Gabby Thomas, Abby Steiner is back in the mixing it up. Jenna Brandini, she's a defending champion last year in the LA Grand Prix. It is Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. She's running everything besides the 400 and the 400-meter hurdles. Like she is definitely getting ready to like for a coming out party for running the hurdles and the 400, whatever that is at the end of this year. I believe it's going to be the 400 hurdles. I believe that's what she's going to go back to. But until we see it, like you never know what you're going to expect from Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. So that definitely interests me, just what she's going to do in this 200. Is she going to beat Gabby Thomas, Abby Steiner, Jenna Brandini? I highly doubt it. I do not think she's going to beat them in the 200. But man, anything can happen. And especially, and Rashida Adeleke, she's going to be in this race too. I'm not sure. I haven't seen too much advertising for Gabby Thomas so far. These things always be changing, but Gabby Thomas was advertised initially. What do you think about this 200?
This looks like the race of the night right here. This sounds like a 4x4 or 4x1. Look the names you got. When do you get to see? When have we seen Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone race against Gabby? Like, I don't
Never.
know. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen that. So that's super exciting to see. Happy that Abby is healthy. You know, to have Abby Steiner healthy, she's gonna be a great help to the USA team if she can make it. We know how talented she is. So excited to see where she's at. And then Jenna Prandini, she's so super consistent, always shows up. So this is gonna be a great, yeah, this is gonna be a great battle. Great battle. And this one, I'm taking Gabby Thomas. She's been looking amazing this entire year. And you know, she's been running everything. She's been running everything from the 400 to the 100. You know, she already got under, what did she run at that meet? She already got under, she ran 10 something,
In
right?
the
I think it
100,
was
yeah, she
when
got under, uh, yeah, she ran 10. It was when aided though.
it was when dated.
Yeah.
But regardless of the time, Gabby Thomas is coming out to be okay. Gabby Thomas, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, Abby Steiner. I would say those are all could be no disrespect to Prandini, she's always been a star, but those three in particular could be superstars this year at the Olympics. You know, we know how big Sydney is. Gabby Thomas, the Harvard grad, empowerment for women, and Abby Steiner, she's just electrifying on the track. So that's why there's a lot of star power just in this race. And Jenna Prandini has always been a fan favorite, so that's going to be a really exciting one. You don't want to miss.
That's gonna be their home track too, you know, because Sydney McLaughlin, Levrone, and Jenna Prandini training with Formula Kersey. So they're not. It's not gonna exactly be like a home crowd. There should be some type of section for Formula Kersey. That would be dope. But they're gonna have that home feeling of the track they train on. Let's just go into some of these events that we really like, and I think are gonna be interesting. The women's 400 meter. We got Marilita Paulino. She's gonna be there. The defending Olympic champion, the defending world champion, reigning and defending world champion in the 400 meter. But she's going to be matched up against two 800 meter powerhouses in Mo and Mary Mora. I wasn't expecting this at all for them to be lined up in the 400 racing against each other. Obviously, Paulino, she's going to win this. If Mo or Mary Mora beat Paulino, that would be absolutely insane. But Aaron, what do you think it would mean for Mo or Mary Mora to get a win over each other in a 400, an off event? Like,
Mm,
is that a big deal?
I think it is. I think it's mentally a big deal. Like I think that be like, yo, I got more, you know, Bobby like, low, let's see who got more speed. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm like trying to look up right now. When was the last time we seen a thing in an open 400?
I
Like
feel like it
it's
was
been
the American Track League in that one that was in Puerto Rico in
mm,
like 20 2022, maybe it was.
2022. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's yeah, that's some time for sure. Because last year she didn't race. I mean, we know how they go. They don't really
Yeah, she
race
didn't
much.
race.
So I'm excited to see what type of speed is there. But the thing is someone I never doubt. But Mary Moore, man, I don't know if people remember. I said this last year when people were talking about a thing, and homegirl from Britain that Mary Moore has been the one to watch. Like she's ran 50 point, you know. She's the champ right now. And I think she's gonna be really tough to beat. So I think it would mean a lot for a thing to open up faster than her. I think that would be a great mental edge. And to see how she, you know, matches up against Paulino. Like if she comes in right behind Paulino or like right alongside of her, I'm sure that'll give her a boost of confidence. I feel like a thing, you know, loves the 400. So I'm sure she's looking forward to doing this.
No, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Some other events that are happening: women's 400-meter hurdles. Dylan Muhammad and Anna Cockrell are going to be going at it. In the men's 400, Michael Norman is going to be running the second 400-meter of the season against Karani James and Vernon Norwood. That's going to be super interesting. But I want to talk about this men's 800 real quick, Aaron.
How long has wait? How old is Karani James, bruh? What in the world? This boy been this dude been running since I was in college or
He
before
wasn't at
that,
2008. Was he at 2008 Olympics?
bro.
He may have been.
He's 31, so he's really not much older. Well, he just was making it to the Olympics when he was like 18.
Was he at 2008 Olympics?
Let's see. He was no. He was 2008. He ran U20s. No, I think 2012. But 2012, if he's 31,
Oh,
2012.
2012. So I skipped that. So 2012. So this is going to be still his fourth Olympic Games. And he's going
Wow.
to be, he may medal at all of them.
Wow. Yeah. That's just crazy. I had to mention that. But let's talk about this 800.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Am I right that he's medaled at all of them? At all the,
Let's see. So
or
Olympic
did he
Games.
medal? Yeah.
Yep.
He's medaled at all of them so far. So he may medal at one more. He got first
First, second, and
in
third.
2012, second in 2016, and third in 2021.
Yo, like yo, this dude's one of the goats. I mean,
No,
he could potentially win this year. Like the 400 isn't
I don't know. I don't think
crazy.
anyone's gonna. It looks like if Michael keeps on running the way he runs, bro, I don't know. I don't think
Should
anyone's
Tebogo just run the 4 and the 2?
low key good, but
I mean, he got second in the 1 and third in the 2 last year. That's crazy, bro. Like this dude is crazy. But
no, yeah, that man's beast. That man's beast. But this is 800. This is 800. Let's move along. Clayton Murphy, Isaiah Jewett, Brandon Miller. But I think this is the one to watch right here, bro. Hobbs Kessler. Hobbs Kessler is in this men's
oh,
800. The reason I think this is interesting because with some people, he doesn't train with them directly, but he sees them around town in Flagstaff. Colin Salmon running that 145, what about 2.5 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? Hobbs Kessler is seeing all this. He's hearing about this. He's dropping down to the 800 this week, and the 1500 is always stacked. It's always competitive, and he looks like a favorite right now after coming off a bronze medalist performance at the World Indoor Athletics Championships. So like now he's busting out in this men's 800. What is Hobbs going to run? Is he going to be able to maybe even win this 800 with a stacked field of Clayton Murphy, Isaiah Jewett, and Brandon Miller? Like 145 could be in this dude's future. I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility.
it's possible. I don't know if they're how fast they're gonna run, but the men's 800 is just very interesting. It feels all every year since Donovan's been gone, it just feels up in the air. Like I think Hobbs Kessler is trying to see, yo, maybe he's trying to take a look and see, should I hop in the 8 at the trials? You know, I'm not saying that he can't make it in the 15, but maybe I'm good enough to make this team too. Who knows? We're gonna find out and see how fast he is. It's gonna be a great test. But all of these guys, Clayton Murphy, Isaiah Jewett, Brandon Miller, and I would say Hobbs Kessler are capable of making the 800 team. Also, where's Will Sumner at? Is he healthy? Is he running? I don't know. There's just a lot up in the air in the 800, which does make it exciting.
And where is Will Sumner? I did read something. I remember a while back that he was dealing with some Achilles injury. That's why he didn't do any indoor. But yeah, where is Will Sumner at? That would be interesting. All right, going on to Friday night. There's gonna be a lot of distance races. Now, I don't know if all this stuff is true, bro. I really don't. I really don't. Because like they have status of entries for Friday night. Well, this is Saturday, the men's 1500 and women's 1500. But like supposedly there's a lot of stacked people. Honestly, I don't think we should comment on all of this. Let's just go to this, bro, because supposedly Ollie Hoare and Cameron Myers may be running the men's 15, women's 15. I'm pretty sure Elise Cranny, she's in there. Kate Snowden, Sinclair Johnson in the women's 15. That's gonna be interesting. The men's 5,000, supposedly Joshua Cheptegei, Mohamed, Cole Hawker, Cooper Tier. That may be absolutely insane.
Yeah,
Women's
what?
5,000, Safana Hassan may be there. Rachel Smith, Ellie St. Pierre, she's there. That's going to be super exciting. But I want to go to this, man. Elizabeth Leachman, she's in that women's 5,000 meter this weekend. Bro, like she already has the 5,000 meter high school national record with this field with Eleanor St. Pierre, who I'm super hyped to see what she runs in the 5K, seeing after what she did in indoors. But this high schooler, man, like she's going to be at the Olympic trials for the 5K. Like that's going to happen, huh, Aaron? Like she's going to run the standard for the trials and like she's going to be there in Eugene running the 5K.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure that is the plan. You know, do you know? I don't even know. I think she already got the standard, right? So it's just about like um, the placing. But I do think that Stefania Hassan is going to be there. She just ran at the sound running meet. She
Yeah.
ran 14:58 there by herself. So yeah, I'd be very interested to see what Elizabeth does. But then Eleanor St. Pierre, she's been running great. We saw her win that world indoor title in the 3K. So I hope Stefan comes because I would love to see her match up and see, what type of shape she's in. And because I believe Eleanor she's running the mile, right? She's running the mile at Prefontaine in a pretty stacked field. So that'll be interesting. And then Rachel Smith, our girl.
Yeah.
I
I think
think
she may do
Rachel
something.
Rachel been low key killing it whole this whole season. Like every race is just like, oh wait, she was at the New York road, that New York 5K, and it's like, oh wait, she got like top 3. She just been like, patiently waiting in the back, like, oh, every time. So I'm excited to see what she does. Let me see, pull up some of her. So
But
this
the
year,
the
go ahead.
standard is for the trials is 15:10, and she had ran
Okay.
15:25. So that's to knock off 15 seconds. But like when she ran 15:25, it was by herself at Texas Relay. So I'm sure she can get down.
Yeah, I mean, especially in a field like this, where you have someone like Eleanor St. Pierre going out pretty quick, and you have Stefan Hassan. If Stefan Hassan shows up, because she ran that at Nike. No, it wasn't a Nike meet. It was at a Texas State. I don't know. It was at a meet. She was by herself
It was
the
Texas
whole entire.
Relays. Texas Relays.
Oh yeah,
It
Texas
was early. It
Relay.
was like that was like over a month ago, 2 months ago. No, over a month ago. But yeah, gonna be LA Grand Prix is gonna be super interesting, super exciting. See who does show up, who doesn't show up. Well, we won't know exactly, probably like in 2 days, but this is filmed on Tuesday. So that's the update we got for you right now. Before we close out though, Aaron, my laptop's low key at 6%. So we won't get to the last thing that we're gonna talk about. But let's talk about this real quick because we're talking about it and it definitely seems like we're in a running boom. A running boom is happening right now, not even just in the United States, but across the world, especially if you follow something like Two Black Runners podcast and you're on Instagram. Like you see so many different people making reels, making photos, documenting on their story, running a marathon for the first time, and just like people creating content around running and trying to be creative with it. I was reading this article from the Los Angeles Daily News reporting that the LA Marathon had about 40% of this year's participants attempting a marathon for the first time compared to around 20%
That's
in
crazy.
previous years. That's a pretty significant jump, a 20% hike in increase of first-time marathoners at the LA Marathon this year, one of the bigger marathons in the country. There is a boom happening in running. And my thing is that, like, well, we can go to everything about this, but like everyone just wants to be a runner now. And at some point, it was weird, bro. It was
It
weird to be a
was,
cross-country
man.
runner. But like now, it's cool. I don't know. It's kind of backwards.
Yeah, y'all used to be on our heads, bro. See me with short shorts when I was running in high school. People be roasting me. You know what I'm saying? It used to be if you were walking around with some Asics, running shoes at school, if those were your kicks, you would get roasted. But now those shoes is cool. It's
Shoot,
crazy. Those
shoot.
shoes are cool. People just be wearing short shorts, just walking about with a button-up shirt, like, and they look kind of fresh. People just be people like to take ice baths for fun now, not even because they sore. So it it's crazy. I see you got people going using Strava, becoming more popular, but yeah, I think it's a good thing though, in my opinion. Like I'm all for it. You know, when I'm my cross country team, we used to say all characters welcome because we had some weirdos on the team. But it's cool. It's cool to be a weirdo, and it's cool to also like take care of your health. Like one of my homies at work always said, like, right now the coolest things you could do is read, run, and go on hikes. How am I gonna hate on somebody for jumping on that trend? That's called taking care of yourself. You
Hey,
know, you know what I mean. So it is funny though. It's ironic and it's funny because yeah, it was never cool to be like a cross country runner, and it still might not be cool, but people want to kind of jock the swag a little bit.
for real. There's cool things about it. There's cool things about it. The fits are cool. Like, yeah, people were definitely not walking around. Like, you walk around with your running shoes and like, you're not, now if you walk around with Hokas, bro, you're in the in crowd. I'm not even gonna cap. You in the in
That's
crowd.
crazy.
If you walking around with Hokas, like someone may stop you on the side of the street and be all like, what those Hokas? Those Hokas? And now even with, now, Aaron, don't get mad at me. Even with ons, bro. Even with
No,
ons. If you walking around with ons, you're gonna be in the in crowd and be like, dang, where'd you find those? Like, those are cool. Like hokas and ons are like, that's sort of like something that's almost it's a mystery to a lot of people. But if you on the wave, like you in the club. So it's definitely just different. But I'm curious to see how do we convert these people like to just like boosting more of the running industry up, and like spreading it more out, like getting them into the sports side of it and the athletic side of it, making them fans of the sport, but then also just creating more jobs and opportunities in the running industry for it to spread. Because I think that would be awesome too. If we have more marathons, if we have more creativity with it, and just more ways that we can be active and have fun, like I feel like that's tight. But
well, I think about, who I think about? Because also another thing is like, yeah, the run club boom is up right now. Everyone's starting. I feel like it started like, I feel like people have been starting run clubs for a while, like the past 2 to 3 years, and run crews. But now it's like the more like run clubs and the big ones are doing brands. It's really like sprouting up, But a person that I think of that fits this is like our boy Julian. Like
mhm.
he was a prime example of somebody he wasn't like a runner in like high school or something, and then he shouted, and then he started with Julian Curry, shout him out, but he started running like after school while he's working at the store, and he brought such a different type of energy and like swag to it, so much so that he is ambassador for On now. They had
Yeah.
to pick him up. So that's what it takes. It's like these people that are out here doing these creative things, like it's the brands recognizing who those people are and putting them in position to win. And they don't always have to be an ambassador. They may come on the inside and they might be on the sales team. They might be on the marketing team. They might, be on the design, but you need those people. You need to have opportunities open for those people that are using all this creativity to become on the inside, because those are the people that are making it, cool. Like when I go on Julian's page and I see the stuff that he's posting and everything, I'm like, yo, like, why wouldn't you want to be a runner? If that was the dude, that's the dude that's representing what a runner is. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
for me, I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm that boy swaggy. Like I'm trying to be like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It definitely inspires you to just think about like, it definitely inspires you if you come from that culture and you usually don't see people running and you see someone like Julian that can definitely like relate to you right away. Like going out and for a 2 mile or just 10-minute run doesn't seem as daunting, and it seems cool. It seems active, and it doesn't seem like, man, that would be weird. Like I should just go walk on the treadmill. Like, which is walking on a treadmill is fine, but it's all like there's you can go outside that barrier and like be able to meet people and have like a running club and have some journey around it and not be so afraid because there is a part about it. We just gotta keep on eradicating the elitism out of it, and just
Yes.
bringing in as much people as possible for we can have fun. And there is definitely levels of like just like competing and stuff, but like everyone should be
You have
allowed to
to,
just run, like
for sure, and
it's
you have to identify the different levels and the different purposes for running. Some people are out there, like the run club that I recently started with a group of people. Shout
yeah, my bad.
Joshua's thing died for a second, but I believe what I was saying was I started a run club. Shout out to everyone in my group that we started a run club here in Santa Barbara, right? And I believe I was saying there's different purposes and levels for running, and you know, like for our run club is more so it's just a Friday meetup, social type of run, and um it's like demystifying running. You get a lot of people older, younger that don't really run and they show up, and that's why we congregate and get like a group of 100 people that'll come because it's just a nice social run. Versus there's another run club in town and they're still very new beginner runners, but they're more so meeting up multiple times a week to train. And then there's another group, Blue Collar, who I ran with when I was training for the half marathon, where they're serious. They're serious
Hmm.
runners. And you all know I ran for the Aggies. So all those people are the same. Like all those people are runners. They're just different groups. So we can't have you said like this elitism or like, hey, they're not real. This is real running. This is it's like it's like you tripping over nothing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you could switch it up, go to any group. But I think for that person that's trying to get into running, it's showing them that like, hey, not every group is running 6:30 pace, bruh. You could come to
Yeah,
this group and you can run 10 minutes, and I run 6:30 pace, but I'll come run with you, you know.
yeah,
And then it's like, okay, we all have this in common. There's this big sport that does all the things that we do. That's entertaining and fun. So I'm always trying to connect that through line. Maybe I could start that. Maybe I need to start that, myself with my run club. I got over, 100 people coming. I don't know. How do I make them fans of track and field? You know,
gotta do a track fantasy league. I don't know.
maybe.
That's so
No,
good.
that's a good idea, low key.
Yeah. But it is interesting just to see the running boom, and I'm curious because I feel like that's something that we talked about too, of just like how athleisure has become cool, and a lot of that is like running like wear, and like it's not like football wear or anything like that. It's like for running, it's for jogging, and that's something that's definitely become cool over the past 6, almost 10 years. So it's curious to see where that's gonna keep on forming into, but no matter what, like running for young people right now, especially like in their late 20s and early 30s and beyond that, like running has become it's become so indated in our culture that you have to do it. And if like everyone wants to do a marathon and be part of that 1%, which is awesome to see that everybody wants to improve their health. Like we want to be healthy, we want to challenge ourselves, and we want to do new things and humble ourselves to running. So like that's dope.
Yeah,
But
yeah. And it's just coming out of COVID, and not every. I think a big thing for our group is like we're all working professionals and we don't want to like go meet people at a bar, you know?
yeah,
I'd rather, meet people and not saying we gotta become best friends or whatever, but I rather hang out with people doing something like running rather than just like drinking or like going out all the time. So I think it's very positive. You want to protect that culture because it can become toxic, but it's a very positive like social thing I think too.
no, that's facts. That's facts. But you had something else, or you want to, or are we done?
Um, I think that's all. Make sure y'all go check out. I always say this, man. Make sure y'all go check out the last couple of podcasts that we have. I'm gonna keep on pushing. the Kiera Smalls Run the Block. I think the entries just ended May 11th, but um, still like go out there and support RIDC. They're doing a lot of great things. And yeah, I love that y'all are really loving the Joe Holder podcast. We got a decent amount of listens on that, so we'll try to have another guest on here um, sometime in the future. Um, that's all. I guess my life update is I got to I don't know, did I talk about this yet? At my brand conference for Hoka, I got to speak on stage on our main stage, and that was a really great experience. Basically, I did a panel on the main stage, probably around 200, 300 people, something like that. But
Dang.
I was interviewing Luis, Grijalva, Adele Tracy, Adrian Wilchut, and Laura Galvan. All of these people, I've interviewed before, but it was really fun.
For real,
It was
huh?
just yeah. Like everyone, I was like, "Yo," they're like, "Oh, have you met this person? Have you met?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, yep, I know him. Yep, we cool, you know." But I don't know. I felt really comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely was like nervous, but more nervous, like excited. But I really think that I think I'm good on stage. Like I really I like the challenge. Like I like the nerves that you get. Yeah, like Luis was like telling me, he's like, I saw you like getting hyped before going up. I was like, yeah, bro, like this is like a race to me. Like, I'm like, let's get it, bro. Let's get it. And shout out to my boy Luis, because like when we were practicing, we're like I did something, I was like, oh my bad, let me fix that, da da da. And then like, I don't know. At the time I was chilling, but Luis was like, bro, like you chilling, just be yourself. Like,
Ah,
just be yourself. And
dang.
I was like, yeah, it's just like, bro, like I'm I'm nice with it, Like they like you for you,
Yeah.
and like my theme for we'll close out the podcast this year. I mean, we'll close out the podcast right here, but my theme going into that brand conference, because I was presenting so many times, was like, you know, I validate myself. Like you have to be able to validate yourself before anyone can validate you. So every time I was nervous or anything, and I was like, no, validate your. You don't need validation. You're not going up here for validation. You're already validated. You already him. Like if you can't truly validate yourself and believe in yourself, no, you're never gonna be able to receive validation, you
Yeah.
know? So like
Facts.
that little nugget, I think like Luis, I appreciate it. I appreciate that. That was a I could tell Luis was a good teammate. Good teammate. For sure, for sure. Shout out to the boy, man. But
Uh, Bro, I think you could pace Adele. Like you couldn't like pace her and everything, but
oh yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
you could like obviously if she's doing like say she was doing like
If it's a longer,
if she was doing like hard 300s, like really hard 300s, you may struggle a little bit. Like say she was running like 300s at like 40 seconds. Like if she did like 300s at 40 seconds, like that may be kind of hard for you.
I could do one, two, but the longer the workout, the harder.
Yeah, yeah, you ain't gonna be able to hang. But like for normal workouts, like you're gonna be able to pace Adele. Like,
No, no, that's a big reason, because I have an opportunity with these athletes, and that's a big reason where I'm like, dang, I want to get healthy and start training, because I'm down when they come to brain conference, like, yo, what workout we doing?
yeah,
Like I would love to hop in on Laura Galvan's workout, but if you're doing like 5 mile
I don't know. I
repeats,
don't know if you could hang with Laura, bro.
it's just a longer like workout. Because like when I was training for the marathon, or even before the marathon, when I was just running around, just pulling up to the blue collar runnings practices, it's like, okay, we're gonna do thousands. We're running like three flat. I'm like, bet that used to be easy, bro. First one, let's get it, let's get it. And then like second one, okay, ooh, third one, yeah. I'm
Over.
going way too. I need to run my pace. I need to run my pace. But then we did 400s, and they're like, oh, we just running like 70s. It was slight. I was like, oh, I didn't know I could still do this. Like, I was like, okay. It's just the longer the workout,
Yeah,
because it was like, okay, we're doing a thousands and then a 200 jog. So like I'm keeping up. We get on the 200 jog, they dusting me. I'm like, hey, bro, I can't be jogging that fast.
yeah,
So
I
it's
feel that.
like, yeah. So it's like I could definitely do it. That's why I want to really start running more though, because I'm like, man, I'm down to train with y'all. Like I already told Luis, like, bro, I'm gonna pop up. Like I want to pop up when I'm training for something. Let me just sleep on your couch for like 2 weeks, you know, and get some altitude training.
Shoot, that'd be a good video. But we'll see y'all next week on Two Black Runners Podcast. Appreciate y'all listening through. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you leave a review. Leave a review. We got 90 reviews right now on Apple Podcasts. Let's get
Let's
to
get to
100.
100.
Let's
Let's
get to
get to
100
100.
5-star reviews. Help us out real quick. Hey, we'll
Dang,
see y'all
90
next
is
week.
low key a lot. That's pretty good.
Low key a lot. See y'all next week. Let's get it.